200 here, 1v1, Ashes of Typhon, blue side. It's Lupus as a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting commander that fights range combat, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities too. Up against, on the red side, Gang Weeders Rise Up is a Kommando Nob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you, and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. Straight up, Banshees for Lupus. Going straight for that power too, might be looking for a quick tier 1.5 unit. Maybe double rangers or something to help spot this commando. They also have some good firing lines north to south on this map if he goes for that. No forward capping shenanigans yet from the teleporting Warp Spider or sneaky commando. I'm guessing they're going to meet in the mid here, or maybe on this contested VP east side. We do have two naturals on the west side. Very narrow lane here. Warp Spider's coming this way. You'd think he'd get shot off it, but he might get a decap before that. Double shooters here for Gang. Sluggers have finished capping. These guys now all idle-ish. We do get a quick gen for Lupus, suggesting he is indeed going for a tier 1.5. But would it be Rangers or will it be a Shuriken? You'd expect Rangers first against the Commando, and there they are. Commando's now idle, having scared off the Warp Spider. These guys, oh, they're building a banner. Help them defend the power, or maybe just set off on assaults. Provides that passive bonus, as you can see. I believe it's speed and damage and like suppression immunity. And then you can activate it for a bigger bonus, which I'm guessing stacks with their personal wargs going off as well. So that can lead to some nasty attacks. Warp Spider needs to back away here. That's only light cover. I think he's going to get shot up. Banshee's backing off. These guys do have their big shooters, so they can suppress those Banshees too. This is a bad fight for the Eldar to take. Back away, wait for the Dire Avengers, wait for the Rangers, I say. Looks like the Warp Spider's going to get caught. And there's the suppression. Dire Avengers weren't really in play. Stun Bomb goes in. Not actually needed. That's one of the starting abilities of the Commando alongside his infiltration. That's a good kinetic pulse. Knocks back a bunch of stuff. Not really anything there to take advantage of it though. Those guys infiltrating, so they already have their Pathfinder gear. Dire Avengers do not have their aspects yet. Gives them so many bonuses. Gives them fleet, the shield, the grenade, and like 33% more health. Massive upgrade for those guys when they get it. And the fleet, of course, synergizes with all of that. Helps them use their grenade. Helps them pick their fights. Can usually set apart the good Eldar players from the great Eldar players by how well they use that fleet, how well they time it. Sluggers getting away with two models. They do have their burners up. Count as power melee weapons. Give them some more health as well because of reasons. Uh-oh, Commander's in trouble. Banshee's on retreat path. Should be okay now. Over 100 hit points. Lupus can now teleport up, start forward capping some stuff here. It's triple shooters for Gang. Here's the Shuriken now for Lupus. Generally helps you control the battlefield as Eldar, even more so. Suppressed stuff combined with the increased mobility from fleet and stuff can lead to some nasty combos. It's also got that knockback on demand from good range from the Rangers. Commander gets back to base to heal up. What are you going to do, Mr. Orks? Looks like double shooters here going to come and defend the... Oh, Banshee's run away anyway. They got decap though. Now he needs to spend time retaking it. Here's the third shooter squad. No upgrades yet. These guys with the Nob leader, he actually has a pretty powerful weapon, that guy. I believe it's slightly more DPS than the big shooter, but not as much range. Very slightly more. Like 1 DPS or something more. Sluggers got caught by kinetic pulse and some DPS there, but Rangers getting a bit too far forward with no infiltration. They would have been spotted by the shooter Nob anyway. 500 to 449 on the VP. Shuriken now coming into play. Commando should be infiltrated. Oh, he wants to throw this. That's why he wasn't infiltrated. Wanted to make sure he had the energy to throw that stun bomb, I think. Now he can get in and tie it up most likely. There's a grenade nicely dodged by Gang. Does get in and ties it up, which wins the engagement for Gang. Now can take the VP, maybe even get onto a power bash, but the Warp Spider's here to be annoying. Needs to come around the cover here. Suppresses and comes around the cover. Nicely done by Gang. And look at the DPS on that guy once the cover is eliminated. Or circumvented, I should say. Banshee's threat to the commando again, but he does get away in time. I think he went for the decap on that wreck point and got caught. I don't see any suppression coming out of these guys. Maybe it's on cooldown, the aiming, what's that? He did use it before. Yeah, they're getting chopped up quite badly here. Banshees with the aspect of strength. Slugger's now in play. Oh, but they're on range stance, so flaming those Banshees down instead probably would have done quite a lot of damage if they didn't retreat. These third shooters on capping duty, no upgrades. Warp Spider's very low. There's like a millisecond of triple shooters in your face and you're dead. Rangers keeping a distance as you'd expect. Shuriken wants to set up to facilitate the little push here on the VP. Oh, those guys trying to put a shield up. Here is the aspect. It doesn't actually mention that they get fleets on this tooltip, but I assure you they do. These shooter boys still left to cap over here. 491 to 404. Tier 2 all round. Most likely a Falcon for Lupus and perhaps a Weird Boy for Gang. These guys fleeting ahead. Rangers taking shots as they go. Having a look at this banner. How much health do you have, Mr. Banner? 500. Not sure how much red you get or XP for taking it down. I assume you get some. Let's see if these guys can take it down, how much XP they get. Because they've put all the damage on it as far as I can see. XP is split between all of the units that did damage to the target ordinarily. There we go. Decent chunk of XP. Here's some Daka though. Those guys stayed in play way too long. Needed to back off as soon as they shot that thing down. And now they're off the field for the coming fight. Moving mid is Gang. I thought he'd definitely go back to the east. He seems to have the tools to deal with that. He's got this suppression for the Banshees. He's got the infiltration and stun bomb for the Shuriken, but does not want to move in on the east side quite yet. Falcon is on the way for Lupus. Gang not quite tier 2 yet. 459 to 404. Contested power being taken from the mid, but there's that kinetic pulse coming in. Warp Spider retaken over here. War truck it is for Gang, not a Weird Boy. He'll need to deal with the tank bust, the Falcon with tank busters. Then most likely can bundle them into the war truck, and they become quite a potent anti-vehicle squad with a little bit of micro needed. Warp Spider's going to try and cap, but here's some unupgraded shooters. This third squad, but seem to be charged with looking after this west side so far. There's that Daka. Doesn't get the decap. Turn to shoot. He should have continued decapping there, I think, and then just teleported out. Bit of a misplay there from Lupus, but the Falcon is on the field. Packs some decent firepower. Can also bundle units inside to transport them, and it allows you to reinforce in the field, which is a big deal. Going straight for the power hit. Banshees don't want to run in on it to then be open to taking fire. Commando can get a very powerful anti-vehicle weapon, but it needs to be tier 3 for it. His special shooter, the Orky shotgun, can do some very nasty things to Eldar, especially Banshees, as they try to run in on you. Here's the war truck. Much like the Falcon, it allows you to reinforce units and transport them, but doesn't quite pack the offensive punch that the Falcon does. Hence, it's quite a bit cheaper, I believe. Kinetic pulse. And then Banshee's hanging out. Are you going to attack him? What's going on? Oh, you can't see him. There you go, find him. Tank buster barrage. Wow, look at the damage on the Falcon. Almost one-shot it there. Commander's going to go down. Oh, maybe not. What was that knockback from? Was that a kinetic pulse? Does it do friendly knockback? They got him in a way. 459 to 338. Commando is instantly repurchased. Did you get a power bash? Orks, a little bit of a bash. Falcon now bringing its guns to bear on the war truck. It does have anti-vehicle weaponry on there. Not sure what gun it is. I always forget. War truck gets away though. Rangers almost level 2. They've done a good job so far. Got caught once out in the open over here, but since then have done pretty well. staying out of trouble. There's those tank busters. Oh, they've been infiltrated by the commando a little bit early here, I think. Not going to be able to find the Falcon in time for that to make a difference, I don't think. Oh, what's this Shuriken up to? What were you up to? Very strange. Scout with your Shuriken cannon. Might go down. Might get shot to pieces and go down. It does. That's some Daka for you. Here's a commando. We've now lost the indicator for him. He's no walk here whatsoever. Warp Spider with the enhanced warp jump generator and his improved target. It's just to make him even more annoying. Better teleporting and some more DPS. Exactly what you don't want from the Warp Spider you're facing. 2 Rangers going down there. Orks bringing all of their Daka to bear on this east side though. Are you guys fully upgraded? You are. What about the other fellas? These guys are still no upgrades. The others are inside the truck, I believe. Good push from the Orks. Not much for the Dire Avengers to do. They're trying to get into position for a grenade, I think, but didn't want to risk standing around and throwing it with sluggers in their face. They have their Nob leader now, and he is a mean slugger. Warp Spider now being shot to pieces. Needs to run away. There we go. I guess he's trying to get in and tie up those tank busters so that he can bring the Falcon into the match a little bit more, but that's a nasty barrage again. You're going to get away, Mr. Warp Spider? 10 hit points, you should be okay. Got to be careful with this Falcon. Tank busters. So dangerous as an anti-vehicle unit. Lupus with Seer Council on the way in tier 3. Not what I expected, but certainly a powerful melee unit. Can get stuck into the sluggers without too much trouble and threaten a bunch of other stuff, as well as soak up some damage, which the Banshees are trying to do now. We do have triple generators up for gang leaders, and they've bashed the gens over here. Orks in the ascendancy now. Another tank buster shot almost brings down the Falcon. Struggling to kind of piece it all together here, Lupus. Putting together a kinetic pulse with a grenade and maybe a Banshee charge or something. Just getting shot down by this Daka. Look at this. Here's the Seer Council though. These guys have power melee weapons. They can leap into combat and also provide a passive 15% range damage reduction buff to surrounding allied units. It also applies to themselves, which allows them to tank a little bit more effectively, but that is a lot of orky shooting on your face. And they retreat off. It needs to bring all of his stuff together instead of a bit at a time. Just trying to keep gang leaders distracted, I think, so he doesn't go for this VP. He's going for it now, though. 399280 as he gathers his forces for a push against the Orks. Got a decent amount of red, so could use some of those crack shot globals to make his ranged units a bit more powerful. Banshee's getting shot up. Trying to get some DPS on the war truck here from the Falcon. Seer Council, what are you going to target? Need to get on one of those shooters as soon as possible. Hasn't really been able to use the Warp Spider to get in and tie them up as much as he maybe would like. The war truck's going to go down here though, I think. Definitely. Down it goes. Big chunk of damage on those Seer Council from this special shooter. Now they retreat out. The shooters almost went down. Warp Spider trying to finish them off here. Not going to be able to though. 9 hit points on 2 models over there. The Falcon now has that tier 3 shield. Still being torn through though by the tank busters. Triple cap here for the Orks. Howling Banshees chopping up some sluggers. Washout facilitating the chopping. But they do get away. Banshee's still a big threat when they get in there. Now tying up the commando, but they eat a shotgun blast. Wow, to the face. Explosive shells, I believe that's called. One of the most high explosive shells. One of the most satisfying abilities in the game. In a game full of satisfying abilities too. Commando's called in. A good shout, I think. Give you some nice crowd control with their Love the Daka, and can also pile on some damage and get a anti-vehicle option if you get their Nob leader. Good all-round unit. There's that Nob leader on the way. 250 to 280 on the VPs. The triple cap turns into a double. We do have Eldar coming towards this VP. I think Gang Weeders needs to focus on that side for right now. Try and re-establish a foothold over there. Make the Eldar fight him head on, which they don't really want to do generally. Commando's got a cheeky hit on the Falcon there. Needs to put his shield down so they can regenerate energy. D-cannon on the way. Sea Council are able to get the cap. Unopposed, pretty much. There it is. There's the 2-to-1 now for Lupus. Might be able to turn this around. That Falcon is going to be a big deal here. Allowing him to reinforce the Banshees and the Sea Council in the field. Another Shuriken late on here might not be too bad. Help suppress those double shooters. Banshee trying to get in. Bot the high explosive shells, knocking them flying. But they do get in a way. War Shout as well. Big retreat. Oh, they tried to get in for a grenade, I think, those Dire Avengers. But they were stunned by the stun bomb. Are you going to fire your rockets, fellas? Maybe? Oh, they're loving the Dakar over there. And there's the burner bomb. Rocket does go off eventually, but Falcon able to get the shield back up. 215, 240. Death Tread. A late game Death Tread for Gang Weeders will help him engage the Sea Council and the Banshees, which he is starting to feel the presence of right now. Power being bashed. D-Cannon is facing the wrong way and not even set up. There we go. This wreck point capped by Gang Weeders up here. Decently picked power bashing. Tank busters are still in play. That's a D-cannon shot. Then some friendly fire there. Warp Spider gets away. Got the VP and the wreck point there. Oh, there's a singularity from the D-cannon. Hitting the commandos. Big damage and pulls you around. Here's the Death Dread. Melee walker for Orks. Does around 70 DPS heavy melee, I think, with splash damage. Can tear apart infantry pretty damn well. Don't really want it fighting other walkers though. Burners and bits on the way. Gives us some burners and some bits, which increases its hit points. Up to 950, I believe, these days. Used to be up to 1050, I think. Rangers level 3, they've done well. Commandos with their... I believe they have a 50% faster capping trait. Trying to grab that VP over there. Commandos being sneaky. Would be served well, I think, by his tier 3 rocket launcher here to try and get rid of this Falcon. It is relatively expensive, but he does have enough for it. See, if he had it right now, that would be a dead Falcon, I bet. With some rear armor hits from his own rocket launcher. Definitely would have gone down there, I think. See, the Council going in on the Death Tread. Don't really want to fight it with their power melee weapons. 211, 158. Oh, it's an Eldritch Storm. That's going to be really bad. That's going to be really bad. Does it hit the Death Dread? Death Dread escapes, I think, but that is a... Wow. That's a lot of... That might be GG right there. Took out the Kommando Nob. Took out shooters, I think, and messed up a whole bunch of other stuff. 198, 158, 2-to-1 cap for the Orks, but I don't think it's going to be a 2-to-1 cap for long. These guys need to cap this side. There we go. Some sluggers on the way for Gang Weeders to help repair the Death Dread. Oh, he cancels them. I guess he lost his sluggers too. In that nuke, maybe. Lupus might have this sewn up now. So it's got a big chunk of resources to deal with anything Gang Weeders can throw at him. Most likely. These shooter boys didn't even level up. How is that possible? What are you going to do, gang? Have you given up? Nope, looted tank on the way. Certainly not giving up. Tank Buster Barrage will knock him off the cap, but he doesn't stick around long enough to get knocked off it. This wreck point is being retaken. Falcon has been the forefront of the army. Level 4 now, this thing. got away relatively low a couple of times. Look at these generators going up in the mid from Lupus. He wants an avatar up, I think. Seems to be saving for it. 185 to 134. In fact, does he have the population to get an avatar? Don't think he does. I think they're 21, aren't they? Just has to wait for something to die. Death Dread not getting any repairs whatsoever. Looted tank, though, is up. This thing has a disruptive big boom shot, but I believe you need the reinforced plating for that these days. Pretty solid tank all round, I think. Decent amount of hit points with the upgrade, and that disruption is very useful. 185, 110 on the VPs. That is a singularity. Bad news for the shooters. Might finish them off. Doesn't quite go off in time to suck them all in, but only the shooter Nob survives. Here's some sneaky commandos. Triple cap against him. Needs to get those VPs in. Commandos still down now. It's going to be so difficult. Here's a Fire Dragon squad in response to the looted tank. Taking some damage from the Falcon. Banshee's now coming in to try and tie up the tank busters. Allows the Falcon to get in closer and keep that triple cap. Actually, those tank busters are wiped out by the Banshees. Level 4, these ladies. They've done really well. Lupus surely has this now. That nuke was just too difficult to recover from by Gang. There's a GG. He fought well. Fun little game. And there is the concede. Let's look at this Warp Spider, end of the game. Level 4 with these improved targeters and warp jump generator. The Kommando Nob down with that awesome special shooter, as we saw. Maybe should have got the rocket launcher up a little bit earlier to take out the Falcon. But hey, that special shooter was doing work. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.